Hey, welcome to 7 Days to Create with Write, Make, Create. We're on day 5, 2 more to go. We're nearly there. It's a bit of a marathon. I'm starting to feel a wee bit tired today, but it's been really good and we've done some great work and I love seeing what people have been sharing. So today is the written word and we're going to do some creative writing. We're going to spend some time putting your thoughts onto paper and I've got some prompts for you that you can use. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. First of all, some of you might say, but I can't write, I'm not a writer, I suck at this. So I want to address something that we've all got when it comes to creativity, and it's called the inner critic. So something in us that tells us we're not good enough, you can't do this, or that's rubbish. You know, when you create something, that's really bad. You know, I want to go back a little bit and get us all to think about sometime when we've been growing up that there's some voices that have come at us that have really crushed our ability to create. So I think of a time when I was young and I was just starting to play the guitar and sing and really enjoying it. And we come from quite a gregarious family, quite loud. And I remember going out with my brother one day and a whole bunch of young people, and my brother's on the opposite side of the table having a wonderful time entertaining everybody as he does with all his jokes, and I was sitting next to someone who was probably not in the in crowd and struggling a little bit in fitting in, I guess. And I was watching my brother and he was entertaining everyone, and there was a bunch of girls around him like bees around a honey pot, and just when in a moment of silence, we were out at a restaurant, and in a moment of silence this person turned to me quietly and said, someone gave me a comment and said about how beautifully I sing, and this person quietly, when everyone moved their attention off me, said, "Just like you, McEwens, you always want to be up front." And she said some awful things and it just gutted me, and those words have stuck with me for years and years. And every time I would get up to share a song or do something in a crowd leading in regard to worship or something like that, that voice would come into my head and I'd have to just push it out and go, no, that's not true. That's not who I am. But those words stuck with me for so long. And you might have had an experience like that those words have really stuck with you and they've actually damaged your creativity. And for me, I have really struggled to be up front. People wouldn't know that if they knew me. Those that know me would say no, but true. I've really struggled and I've had to battle the inner critic that just comes to try and stop me from being who I've been created to be. So in saying that, I want to let you know about an exercise I did, and it was this exercise here. I wrote down what happened. I started just to creatively write about that moment. And as I wrote, all this stuff began to unlock. And suddenly I saw the whole situation in a different light. And I began to see that this person who was next to me, she was quite a few years older than me. And I began to see her. And I realized that comment, even though it attacked me, it wasn't about me. It was about the situation that she was in. And I looked and I thought, oh my goodness, you just want to be in that crowd that was sitting with my brother and being part of that. And she was hurting. And I was able to then say, it actually wasn't about me. And those words suddenly began to lose power in my mind. And I realized that I'd been listening to those for so long and letting them chip away at my confidence and my just chip away at my confidence and my ability to be who I was created to be. And so I wrote about those feelings and I just began to forgive her and I just let that go. And it's been so good. So now when those words come up, sometimes I still have to go, no, that's not true, but they don't have any power anymore. And so, you know, you might want to do something like that and just explore that in regard to creative writing. That is one way. And I would highly recommend that you do it anyway. At some stage over the next few weeks, sit down and write about those moments and let them go, because they can be real blockers to your creativity. Next, this is what we're going to do today. So we're going to talk about some little prompts that we can do. You might just like to write a poem about this, or you might like to write a short story, or just a paragraph. And later on, perhaps what we can do, we might have a space to look at those things that you create and begin to work at how we can improve your sentences and things like that. I don't know whether we can get space to do that, but there are ways that you can take out a lot of the filling words, and I might give you a demonstration of that on another call. But just today, how about taking one of these prompts? The first one is the road trip. The road stretches long in front of me. What might come next? Or you could go with sleepless. This is me at the moment. In the dark of night, sleep evades me. What's next? I really like this one. Searching. Seems like I'm constantly in search of something. Always searching, never coming to the knowledge of what we should be doing. Anyway, think about those things and maybe choose one of them to write. So have fun today. That is day 5 of Write, Make, Create. See you tomorrow for a photo journey. Thanks for joining us.